What's going on, guys? Give me 2 seconds. Make sure I have this link for you. Make sure the chat is up. Good on Twitch. There we go. Good on Facebook. Good on YouTube. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another stream with your boy, Mike Jesse MMA. We are here for UFC Fight Night. Corey Anderson versus Jan Blachowicz. Been a hell of a night of fights already. John Dodson, what a goddamn finish over Nathaniel Woods. And Tim Means losing to the debuting Rodriguez. Big surprise and upset in my opinion. Tim Means used to be noted as a title contender. Now fell on some bad times, and Rodriguez looked fantastic. Heard him at the end of the first round with that left, and it was pretty much all she wrote. It was just a matter of time before Rodriguez able to end it. We are now in round one of the first of 6 bouts on the main card for UFC Fight Night. That is Lando Venata versus Yancy Medeiros. 2 very fan-friendly fighters. So far, both men high energy. Of course, this fight is at 155. Both men have fought at welterweight before. Both are big for the division. Maybe even more so in Yancy Medeiros. Both men have a lot of output right now. Of course, as you see on the stats on the right side of your screen, Lando landing a lot more than Yancy is. Nice flurry from Lando. Watch that overhand right from Lando. It is coming fast and often. Yancy needs to find a way to slow Lando down because he looks to be the quicker fighter so far. Getting off first and landing more often. Ooh, nice left hand from Yancy. Nice stance switching as well. Both men switching stances often. Lando more so. Trying to do pretty obvious feints, but trying to get Yancy to bite. Nice kick to the body from Lando. As always, if you need a link, let me know. There you go in the chat. Yancy with the leg kicks. I'm sorry, Yancy with the leg kicks. Lando not staying still very often, though. Keeps moving back, but not just moving back. He's circling out towards Yancy's weak hand. Trying to find an angle to come in with a couple strikes and then backs right back out. It's a nice ebb and flow to this fight so far. The first man to figure out the other one's rhythm is going to win. Lando looks super comfortable, though. Yancy trying to be careful, but being too careful against a fighter like Lando Venata, who's so unpredictable, so high energy, such a high cardio, is dangerous. Sometimes you almost have to match that recklessness. Nice right hand from Lando. Yancy clearly the bigger, longer fighter, but Lando is really finding his timing well this round. Ooh, just missed that right hand that we talked about earlier. Lando does. See Lando very light on his feet, staying on his toes, bouncing. Yancy a little bit flat-footed. Staying on his toes, but not nearly as much. Playing a lot of just a chase game. But Lando's the one setting traps. Lando's the one controlling when and where to engage. As you see right there, he decides to stand his ground, throw a couple flurries, backs Yancy's up. Ooh! Head kick at the end of the round from Lando. Partially lands. Luckily for Yancy, only the foot landed. Not that shin that you really want to get connected to the other guy to inflict the most damage. Solid first round. Definitely grade that one for Lando, though. 1 round to none. When I saw this one on the schedule for this fight card, instant contender for fight of the night, instant contender for performance of the night. Both guys can be lights out. So far, so good. Really good competitive first round. But again, Lando just lighter on his feet, getting the better angles, setting the smarter traps, and landing the more powerful shots so far here in the first round. Also, of course, you can watch this fight with an ESPN Plus subscription. That is what I'm using for this one. Or, as always, if you need a link, let me know in the chat. I got you. If you dig the video, do not forget to give a thumbs up and follow the channel so that you do not miss out on any live streams on Mike Jesse MMA. You can follow me on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, or Instagram at, you guessed it, Mike Jesse MMA. Here we go, round 2. After this fight, we'll dig into the rest of the card, my fight picks, and the upcoming cards. You know how it goes by now. Round 2, Lando again. Stance switching. Trying to bring Yancey in, get him to chase. And then when he overcommits to an angle or a strike, Lando plants his feet and lets off a flurry. I have to imagine Yancey's corner has told him to up the output in this round. Got to know he lost that one. Yancey, one of the faces of the up and rising of Hawaiian mixed martial arts in the UFC. Yancey's came down a weight class, but he still looks like he has a little bit left over in the midsection that maybe he could cut down even another weight class. If not, maybe there's room to build some strength and muscle there, because he's definitely, you see that skin on his gut is just hanging. Oh, nice trip from Lando. Yancey able to get up and avoid any real damage, but a beautiful trip from Venata. Just misses that left cross. Yancey does, and then he switches stance. Both men land leg kick. Lando's super relaxed, but should keep his hands up. Yancey does have power. Not what I'll call a KO artist, but you got to respect his power. Nice jab from Yancey. Yancey cannot figure out the weird rhythm from Lando. Oh, nice 1-2 from Yancey there, though. Yancey points to the center of the octagon, asking Lando to stop moving the fuck back. That does not look like Lando is going to go with that, though. He should stick to his game plan. It's working. Just back, circling, creating new angles, and choosing exactly when to come in. Let a few off and get right back out. Beautiful game plan from Lando Venata. Medeiros has to figure out how to cut the ring off. Able to catch him on the end of that one. Lando blitzes in with a combo, misses most of it, and eats the left for it. Yancey trying to use his length, but every time he does, Lando is still able to slip a little bit and land something over top. Lando's just out of reach every time. Yancey fakes the single leg to land a left. Oh, lands another left as Lando blitzes in. Yancey Medeiros is starting to get a read on when Lando's going to come in. Landing some nice lefts. And Lando's landing less. Oh, nice left hand from Lando. As soon as I say that. Lands a nice right. Yancey just misses that one, too. Throws another one over top, but misses that as well. Lando literally just baited Yancey into throwing that jab, and boom, level change. Right into a takedown attempt. Doesn't get it, but does get Yancey against the cage, which created an opportunity to land some strikes. Beautiful. Both men trading blows now. Definitely a better round for Yancey than the first, but I'm not sure if it's enough to give him this round on the scorecard. Definitely a close round, though. Still 15 seconds to make your claim for the round. Yancey dodged some big shots, then lands one to the body. Does a spinning heel kick, just misses. That was a close round. Really curious to see how the judges scored that one. I give it to Lando. I think he was still making a lot of the first moves, still with the smarter footwork, etc. But really close round. And don't forget, guys, at 9 p.m., BKFC also has a fight card that is headlined by former Strikeforce champion, former UFC fighter, Hector Lombard. That's going to be a good one. Hoping we have enough time to switch over. We'll see. He faces David Mundell. Of course, Jim Allers versus Caleb Harris on the co-main event. Round 3. Lando Venata versus Yancy Medeiros starts now. Let's go. Nice kick to the body from Yancy. Lando's all over him, though. Lands a nice 2-punch combination. Oh, heel kick right to the face for Lando. Lando just has such weird movement. Nice jab from Yancey. Not much pop on it, though. Tries a spinning back kick to the body. Misses. Might need a little tutelage from Joe Rogan on that kick. If you don't know what I'm talking about, YouTube Joe Rogan spinning back kick. You're welcome. Yancey tries to throw an elbow over the top. Misses by a mile, though. Lando just tripping those legs. Anytime Yancey doesn't over pursue, Lando just takes an opportunity to kick at the legs so that he's scoring all the time. Lando now being a bit of the aggressor. As soon as I say that, he gets right back on his bike, though. Yancey stance switching, but not able to really get in and land anything. Lands a nice jab there, though. Yancey lands a nice kick to the leg. Lando lands a couple right, though. Couple right hands, I should say. Nice leg kick from Lando. 1-2 from Yancey, partially blocked. Kick to the body from Lando. Uppercut to the body from Lando. Nice. Yancey has his wrist, though. Doesn't let it go. Doesn't really get anything from it. Both men still look relaxed, but both men are still throwing, still both active. Yancey just can't figure out the movement of Lando. Really impressive from Lando Venata. Just staying on him. Nice leg kick from Venata. Yancey just hitting all air. Nice jab there from Yancey. Probably his best weapon of the night has been the jab. Just can't land it often enough to really fight off of it. Just misses that huge uppercut. Yancey does. Lands a little jab. A lot of time when he catches Lando, though, Lando's moving backwards, so that jab just taking that much more bite off of it. Yancey trying to bait Lando into coming in, but Lando's just sticking to the game plan, coming in when he wants to, when he sees the opportunity, and then wham, right back out. There he goes. Takedown attempt from Lando. Almost dumps him. Unable to, though. Eats an elbow for it. Circle, and he's right back in the center of the octagon. You see the head strikes. Yancey landed 9 more head strikes in the second round. But Venata was way more active, landing to the body and the legs. Yancey landing some nice strikes now, though. Oh, Lando needs to keep his hands up. Lando throws right back. Yancey keeps pointing down, saying, let's go then. But Lando staying smart. Not trying to lose this fight in the last 30 seconds. Another close round. Nice left hand from Yancey. Nothing much the last 10 seconds. Good fight. Both men throwing the whole time. See Lando limping away. Yancey with his hands up, very tired. Very competitive fight, but I think Lando did enough to take this. Most likely 30-27. How'd it turn out? I can't eat.
Mom, you asked me 10 times. I don't want that pasta. Thank you. It's not quick enough for dinner.
Gotta love a night with the family.
I'll try a little just to say I tried it. I don't know why you made a whole meal. I told you no. It's fine.
As we wait for the decision for Lando Venata versus Yancey Medeiros. And here we go. Yeah, 30-27. Lando Venata. That's about right. Can't argue with that scorecard. Good fight. Good fight. Not as bloody and battered as I expected these two men to be. Hold up. I'm gonna turn this up real quick so we can listen to what Lando has to say. Let's give respect to these winners. He trains in the area, getting the crowd behind him. There we go. Ooh, that heel kick landed pretty nice. Lando really has some nice shots this fight. Says his ceiling's higher than anybody else in the sport. And that look on his face leads me to think that he believes it. What a great fight. Give me 2 seconds. Be right back.
You going to the bathroom? Oh, never mind. I was headed there. No, come on, dude. What nephews are going to have next week? You going to be getting paid no more? You don't switch? Like, you can like switch them off? Like,
Did you miss me? You turn this back down.
you ain't get the baby yet by yourself? Oh, sorry.
Again, here for UFC Fight Night, Jan Blachowicz versus Corey Anderson. What a great start to this main card, Lando Venata versus Yancy Medeiros. Maybe not the fight of the year candidate that I was hoping it was going to be, but a fantastic showing nonetheless. Not bad. My ESPN link is messing up. Just getting back to live. Give me 2 seconds. There we go. Again, if you guys are looking for how to watch this fight, it is on ESPN Plus, or if you need a link, let me know in the chat, and I got you. Let's dig into the rest of this card. Let's get some fight picks. How about that? All right, next we have Rogerio Bontorin versus Ray Borg. I think, first of all, this is going to be Ray Borg's last fight at flyweight. He keeps missing weight. Of course, everyone knows, any fight fan knows the story of Ray Borg and what happened with his child, what's still going on with his child. Cool to see the community rally behind him as they did and as they continue to, but you can't let him keep missing weight at 125. It's not fair to his opponent or the division. Let's look at Rogerio's record, because I am less familiar with him than I am with Ray Borg. Number 7 flyweight. 11 wins by submission, 3 by knockout. Definitely not a slouch. Only 2 fights in the UFC, both wins. Not against big names. So this is going to be his biggest test. Getting a top 7 billing in a weight class is not easy, even in the flyweight, which we all know how that went. They got rid of all their flyweights, brought them back, and then boom, your first fight in the UFC, you're ranked. This will prove if he really belongs and if he deserves that number. Ray Borg will be a good test, a former title contender at that weight class. Had a couple streaks in that weight class, so this will be a great test for him. Let's look at the recent record of the Tasmanian Devil, Ray Borg. As they're showing the preview for Joanna Champion versus Zhang Wei Li, that is going to be a hell of a fight. Definitely going to be a war. Those are some of the toughest women on the planet right there. Ray Borg, after losing to DJ, has only fought twice. So remember, he fought DJ in October of 2017. Fought twice. He lost to Kenny, and he had a win over Silva. Before that, a win over Formiga. A win over Smoka, which I don't know if you guys remember Smoka, but he is a hell of a talent. He did lose to Scoggins before that. Win over Herrera. Another beast. Ray Borg definitely needs a win here, especially after missing weight. It's one thing to miss weight. It's another thing to miss weight and then get starched. And against this dangerous kid like Bonchorian, he's got to be on his A game tonight. After that, we have Brooke Weaver versus Kazula Vargas. And I'm sorry, my pick for this fight coming up, I'm thinking Ray Borg may have taken a lot of that himself, trying to make weight yet again at flyweight and then missing it again. Don't know where his mental is going to be, but I think he's about to take an L. Brooke Weaver, a Dana White Contender Series alum. You guys know how I like my Dana White Contender Series. This is actually his first fight in the UFC. And he's fighting Kazula Vargas. Let's take a look at Vargas' record. Well, Vargas only one fight in the UFC versus Da Silva. Both of these men are going to be looking to show out and be looking to get their first victory in the octagon. You never know how short your career can get cut in the UFC, and you never know if another chance ever comes. So definitely expect both those guys to come out guns a-blazing. We'll dig into the upper half of the card after this bout. Ray Borg looking all business. But again, let's see how he feels after that failed weight cut. Did he stop before his body started shutting down so he'll look rejuvenated? Or did he try to deplete it even more after missing weight the first time? And will that affect his performance tonight? About to find out. I tell you what, Ray Borg's opponent, Rodrigo Bontorin, looks jacked. He looks humongous for a flyweight. And Ray Borg is the one that struggled to make weight. Really curious to see how these men look once this bout gets going. Did you watch the John Jones card at all? Oh man, it was really really good.
Yeah, I heard good things about it.
Crazy card.
I gotta watch it though.
If you never ever need links, yeah, just let me know.
No, the crack streams.
Yes. Oh yeah, there you go. Crack streams went down and people started fucking panicking, bro.
It went down?
Nah, just like that stream for the John Jones. When it's a big card, UFC be on it.
Yeah, it's helpful
Instead of
because
be shutting
I
shit
love
down.
basketball, all the games that are not nationally televised.
Mm-hmm.
I be watching on my laptop.
Oh yeah, no
I
problem.
put my barber on too.
Oh,
I used to
nice.
search for him. I used to be pissed. Like, damn, I love the Lakers like LeBron. Like, I can't watch the games.
Right.
It was on Reddit for a while and they shut it down. I was pissed off. Like, damn, I really want to see this.
Oh yeah, they shut down all the Reddit
And
ones,
you talk
man.
about crack streams, like, oh, I can watch anything I want. It comes right up.
Hell yeah.
I should have been an issue if you. My barber was like, do they have a crack stream for movies and TV shows? Like, I don't think so.
Yeah, not exactly. And it's been so long since I even got into, looking for that I don't even know what sites is dope now. There you go.
Oh, Mom, watch the new Malcolm X documentary when you get a chance. It's amazing. It hurt my further feelings, but it came out last week. You won't be disappointed. It's 6 parts on Netflix.
I heard that was good.
Yes, it pisses you off.
Ray Borg looking ready. Roger with a slight underdog at plus 115. That's good money in my eyes. I don't think he's happy about Ray Borg missing weight, and I think that he knows it's a huge opportunity and a name in the division. There's not a lot of names in that flyweight division. So when you have an option, when you have the chance to get one as a pelt on your wall, you need to go after it. Here we go, round one. Ray Borg versus Bontorin. Ray Borg with his ankles wrapped. Wonder if that's injury or if he's doing that to help with his grappling. They like to use that, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioners do, to create friction and a dry area to be able to grab. Both men missed jabs. Ooh. Both men are lightning fast. My favorite thing about this division, these guys are so much quicker. Again, though, Bontorin definitely looks like the bigger, stronger guy. Both men are throwing wild shots. Ray Borg, everyone assumes has the wrestling edge, tries to create a grappling exchange. Bontorin able to defend and now has him pressed up against the cage. Has an underhook, but it's pretty much a 50-50 position right now. Has double underhooks now. Ray Borg needs to pummel for inside control, or he's going to wind up in a bad position. Oh, nice knee to the body for Bontorin. There you go. Ray Borg tried to pummel for air. Tried to pummel inside, but Bontorin's so strong, used that opportunity to start pulling Ray Borg closer to him. Instantly stopped trying to fight inside. Every time he does it, every time he tries to get that underhook for Ray Borg on the right side, Bontorin just squeezes tighter. And Ray Borg is afraid that if he's worried about trying to get the underhook, then he'll get pulled off the cage and slammed on the ground like that. Almost. Ray Borg able to keep his balance, though. I think he may have grabbed the cage. You see the ref, Herb Dean, talking to him. Ray Borg now has to defend his back. Ray Borg trying to get the underhook on his left side now. He does. There we go. Back to a 50-50 position. Try to get double underhooks, but Batorin blocks it. Ray Borg uses the opportunity to level change, go for the single leg. He has that leg. It's deep. Batorin has great defensive wrestling. Ooh. But one misstep, and Ray Borg able to bring him down to the ground. Allow Ray Borg to get too deep on the hips. I don't know what is that on the back of Ray Borg's back and his right shoulder. Is it bruising or is that a little bit of staph? Ray Borg in Bontorin's full guard now. Ooh, lands a nice elbow though. Let Bontorin know just because I'm in your guard, don't get comfortable. Bontorin with double-digit submission wins on his record, so Ray Borg can't get comfortable either, just being in his guard. You see Bontorin not keeping it closed really, definitely threatening submissions. But Ray Borg trying to stay active, lands another elbow. Trying to step over to the half guard, Bontorin not allowing it though. Has those butterfly. Has the butterfly guard and able to lift Ray Borg up a little bit, not allowing him to get into that half guard position. Bontorin trying to work his way up, but Ray Borg all over those hips. Now has his back, both men standing. Bontorin trying to break that grip. That's what you have to do. You have to get your hips out and break the hip at the same time. Has the arm trying to go for a Kimura. Unable to really get that lock, though. And Ray Borg all over this takedown attempt. Oh, misses it and then lands a nice right hand. Bontorin was not expecting that right hand to come. And then Ray Borg finishes the takedown. Now in half guard. Some nice elbows from the top for Ray Borg, who is looking great so far. Bontorin taking some deep breaths in this first round. Ray Borg lands a nice elbow right before the buzzer. That round was all Ray Borg. As you see these stats to your right, Ray Borg landing 19 strikes to 12 for Bontorin. I'm sorry, Bontorin landed slightly more strikes, but Ray Borg landing the 2 takedowns.
You don't talk in the commercial?
Forgot something to say.
Did you buy that new Star Wars game?
No. I don't.
It looks fire. It got great reviews.
Yeah, it got really good reviews. I don't buy a lot of one-player games though, and I just bought my Nintendo Switch, so I've been playing that mostly. So, but yeah, once the price drops, I'm definitely gonna get that game. I just didn't want to buy it for $60. Here we go, round 2. Ray Borg right to that single leg again. And he's really putting a lot of energy in it. Look at that. Guys, that's high-end grappling right there. To have that single leg and for Bontorin to get so out of it and then Ray Borg just yank it back and drive right forward again, that's great wrestling. That's great confidence in your wrestling because you're putting a lot of energy into that every single time. Not only the original shot, but reshooting. You see Khabib doing that a lot. He'll go for a single leg, then he's going for a double leg, then he goes for another single leg. That's impressive. That takes a lot of energy. And Ray Borg is making me look silly when I was talking about how his energy levels were going to look. So far, so good. And over a minute into the second round, Ray Borg now on the back of Bontorin again. Trying to work that choke, but unable to get it under the chin, which is really, really where you want it so you can get a good squeeze. Whether it's an air choke or a blood choke, you need to get it under the chin. Or you can just turn it into a face crank. It won't put somebody unconscious, but it does hurt. You do see people tap from it. Not much at this high level. Guys pretty much say, fuck it. I don't care about the pain. You'd have to choke me out, but you do see people tapping from it. A grown man on your back, squeezing your face as hard as they can. Definitely not fun. Ray Borg now has that body triangle. It's going to be really hard to get him off. Becharine still fighting. He's standing, but Ray Borg's still on his back. This is taking a lot of energy out of Ray Borg's legs to keep this position. But if he's able to finish, I mean, it's worth it. Talking about those wraps that Ray Borg has around his ankles, this is helping him right now. Note the wrap he has on his right leg being firmly behind his left knee. When you're sweaty, a lot of that is slippage, so you're using a lot of pressure to keep it in place. When you have those wraps on your ankle, it's more friction and it's holding itself there. That is helping Ray Borg right now. Becharine just trying to play it safe, holding one arm, the choking arm of Ray Borg, so he doesn't have to worry about it going under the chin. Ray Borg decides not to expend any more energy on his legs because they were pretty much in a stalemate, but he is still on the back. Now Becharine's trying to drag him towards the front, but he needs to be careful because it seems like Ray Borg is the stronger guy. Yep, dumps him. That's so demoralizing. So demoralizing. You finally get him to release that body triangle, only get dumped back on your head. You wrestled before, man. How fucking demoralizing is that? Just to get, you know what I mean, taken down over and over. I'm telling you. Guys, if you never wrestled before, you can't understand how much it takes out of your gas tank when you get up from a takedown from a guy who just won't let go and you finally think you're just an inch away from getting out of there, and boom, there you go around your forehead again. It takes all the wind out of your sails. Ray Borg now on top again, working those short elbows. Ooh. Becharine's still alive. He's trying to, jack that guard up so he can threaten with a triangle or an armbar or something, even to create a sweep. But Ray Borg is just real heavy on top of him right now. That's where that extra 3 pounds matters, man. You see 3 pounds or 2 pounds and think, oh, it's not that bad. It's not just the 2 or 3 pounds. It's the fact that Ray Borg didn't have to drain himself as much as he would have if he made the weight. On his back again, landing strikes. Becharine able to stand up again, but Ray Borg working that face crank. Becharine just trying to keep that arm from choking him. So trying to get the 2-on-1. 2 hands just on the one wrist of Ray Borg to keep him from getting that underneath the chin and getting a choke. I mean, it stops you from getting choked, but you're not going to win a fight like that. Mm-hmm. You all right? Too gory for you? So are you allowed to participate with staff is the question. It depends on the staff. And where it's at, it depends on, when I say where it's at, not the location of your body, but, if it still looks like it's trying to spread. I've seen someone, Kevin Lee, you guys remember when he fought Tony Ferguson, had a piece of staff, this big on his pectoral, and it was coming out. And Tony Ferguson was actually saying he was aiming at it because he knew it was painful. Beyond me how you allow someone to fight like that, but it's happened. I can't tell you the rules. of how they figure that out. But there have been people, Kelvin Gastelum had staph, looked like it was healing, but it looked like his whole skin was just peeling. It looked nasty. It looked horrible. So yeah, surprisingly you can. I don't know why Bantarine was okay with creating a grappling situation when he knows he's been getting dunked the whole time, and there he goes, a double leg from Ray Borg. Bantarine has nothing for Ray Borg's wrestling. Zero. And he can't get up. Anytime he does work his way up, Ray Borg's able to get the back, just like he just did. Come on. And then dumps him again. Guys, I am not Nostradamus. It is just plain and simple the advantage that Ray Borg has in the wrestling game. It is crazy. Crazy. Ray Borg able to just drag him down to his head that time. And trust me, guys, like Bantarine's trying, but there's little that he can do. It's just Ray Borg, just a better wrestler, able to just keep dumping him. It's like Bantarine doesn't know how to get his hips out. You keep leaving your hips in like that, you're going to keep going up when you're against a guy strong enough to lift you. Which Ray Borg obviously is strong enough to lift Bantarine. I'm really impressed by the strength of Ray Borg. Bantarine looked like the stronger guy. Ray Borg was having none of that shit. Ooh, nice right hands from Ray Borg as he's hanging on the back of Bantarine again. This is just demoralizing. You're standing and this guy's still just on your back. And there he goes trying to work the choke again. Trying to pull that arm underneath the chin. Unable to, though. Bantarine, good defense. At least for his neck. Oh, give me 2 seconds, guys. Again. Come on. Ray Borg again able to lift him up and put him right back down on his butt. Why did the stream stop? I don't know. It's working fine on my end. But I got you with a backup. Give me 2 seconds. Ray Borg again just on the back of Bantarine as he's been for most of this fight. There's the backup, bro. Bantarine finally able to get up and face Ray Borg, but there he goes again. Ray Borg able to get under the hips, under the back of his thighs, and just pick him up. Just neutralize anything Bantarine thought he was going to do tonight. Jeez. That might be a couple 10-8 rounds right there, guys. What a fight from Ray Borg. That's got to suck for Bantarine. You know you made the weight, your opponent didn't. But I don't think that would even matter. Ray Borg just looked like the bigger, stronger man in there. Really impressive showing from Ray Borg to defeat a top 10 young up-and-coming kid like Bantarine. And just taking a look at the stats, 52 strikes to 24, 10 takedowns in a 3-round fight. Ridiculous, guys. Goddamn ridiculous. Kudos to Ray Borg, though. That was a fantastic game plan, fantastic execution, and just a good all-around showing for him. If he didn't make the weight, he cheated. Yeah. I'm not going to argue with that. You definitely should be making weight. It sucks when when your opponent does not make weight and then whips your ass and it looks like the stronger guy. You wonder, hey, did I take a little bit more out myself than that guy did? You never know. But again, if your opponent missed weight, you don't have to fight. You don't have to fight. You could refuse to take the fight. But Bantarine will get 20% of Ray Borg's purse tonight. Though I'm sure he would have preferred to get the win. But definitely looked to have zero answers for the wrestling of Ray Borg. Yeah, there was a couple 10-8s, a 30-25 scorecard in there. The Taz Mexican Devil, Ray Borg. Let's take a moment to hear from Ray Borg. I'm going to turn it up real quick. As always, pay respect to the winner. These men put it out there. Ray Borg apologized for missing weight again. Thanking everyone for the opportunity. Still has the crowd behind him, though. Those takedowns were fantastic. Says with the elevation, he was just coming in there trying to put a really hard pace on his opponent, which he did. It worked. Great game plan. Good win for Ray Borg. Not good to miss weight, but good win for Ray Borg. Most likely heading up to the 135-pound division after this. Missing weight again, I believe for the 4th time. As we take a look at the UFC schedule, next week it's going to be Paul Felder versus Dan Hooker at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be here at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Do not miss that one. Hell of a fight. Benavidez versus Figueiredo for the open 125-pound division championship. Hell of a fight there. And then March 7th, Israel Adesanya versus Yoel Romero for the 185-pound middleweight championship of the world. God damn, I cannot wait for that card. Fantastic. That Paul Felder Dan Hooker fight is going to be a bloody mess.
Okay, brethren. I'm out.
You going?
Yeah.
All right, man.
We'll touch base about Friday.
Yes, sir. Yeah, definitely let me know as soon as you can.